This is a question many people ask. Some claim Islam oppresses women, others say Islam liberates women. The truth is nuanced. Let's explore what Islam actually teaches about women and compare it to historical context. What does Islam teach about women? The Quran says, men and women are equal in the sight of God. Islam teaches that women and men have equal spiritual worth. Both are responsible for their actions. Both will be judged on the Day of Judgment. This is revolutionary. In 7th century Arabia, women had almost no legal rights. Islam changed that dramatically. Let's look at specific Islamic teachings about women. Women's rights in Islam. Financial rights. Women have the right to own property and conduct business independently. This is remarkable historically. Even today in some countries, married women cannot own property without their husband's permission. In Islam, a woman's earnings are hers alone. Even her husband cannot claim it without permission. Legal rights. Women can initiate divorce in certain circumstances. They have inheritance rights. They can testify in court, though the rules vary by case. They can pursue education and careers. Marital rights. Husbands must provide for wives. Wives are not obligated to provide. Husbands must treat wives with kindness and respect. The Prophet said, "The best of you are those who are best to their wives." A wife can refuse her husband's demand if she wishes. Parental rights. Mothers are highly honored. The Quran says, "Paradise lies at the feet of mothers." Mothers have special rights in caring for children after divorce. Women's education. The first revelation of the Quran ordered people to read. The Prophet encouraged education for women and men equally. Many early Muslims who preserved the Quran and Hadith were women. The question of the hijab many ask, doesn't the Islamic hijab oppress women? The Islamic perspective, the hijab is a choice based on religious belief. Muslim women see it as liberation, not oppression. It's about modest dress, not unique to Islam. Many religions encourage modesty. The Quran says to dress modestly for both men and women. Importantly, no one can force a woman to wear hijab in Islam. Many Muslim women proudly choose to wear it. Others choose not to. The conversation becomes more nuanced when we consider individual choice versus cultural pressure, religious practice versus cultural tradition. In Muslim-majority countries, context matters, but fundamentally, Islam teaches the right of choice. Historical context matters. To understand Islam's position on women, we must compare it to 7th century Arabia. Women had no legal rights. Daughters were sometimes killed at birth. Women couldn't own property. Women couldn't initiate divorce. Women's testimony wasn't valid in court. Islam transformed this. Women gained legal rights, financial independence, right to education, right to divorce, rights in marriage and inheritance. Compared to 7th century standards, Islam was revolutionary for women. Even compared to many contemporary societies in that era, Islam was progressive. Cultural versus religious practices. Important distinction, Islamic teaching from Quran and Hadith. Women are equal in spiritual worth. Women have educational and financial rights. Women have rights in marriage. Cultural practices vary by country. Some cultures restrict women's freedom, but this isn't Islamic teaching. Some cultures honor women greatly, also not purely Islamic. Traditions vary widely across Muslim-majority countries. Many injustices against women in Muslim-majority countries come from culture, politics, or poverty, not from Islamic teaching. For example, female genital mutilation, culturally practiced in some African societies, Muslim and non-Muslim, not Islamic. Honor killings, cultural violence, contrary to Islamic law. Educational restriction, cultural practice in some places, contrary to Islamic teaching. Modern Muslim women today. Muslim women are doctors, engineers, scientists, business leaders. Many Muslim women choose to wear hijab. Many Muslim women choose not to wear hijab. Muslim women interpret Islam in diverse ways. Many feel Islam has empowered them. The diversity of Muslim women's experiences is important to recognize. A woman in Saudi Arabia has different experiences than a woman in America or Indonesia. Feminist perspectives. Some Muslim women scholars describe themselves as Islamic feminists. They argue that Islamic teachings support gender equality. Historical practices fell short of Islamic ideals. Modern interpretation should emphasize women's rights. Reform is needed in some societies, but based on Islamic principles. Others argue that feminism is a Western concept and prefer Islamic frameworks. The point: Muslim women have diverse perspectives on gender in Islam. So does Islam oppress women? The answer isn't simple. Islamic teaching emphasizes women's rights and dignity. However, implementation varies across cultures and times. Some Muslim-majority societies have poor records on women's rights, but this reflects cultural and political problems, not necessarily Islamic teaching. Many Muslim women report feeling empowered by Islam. The conversation requires nuance. Distinguishing religion from culture, recognizing diversity among Muslim women, understanding historical context, listening to Muslim women's own voices. Rather than a yes-no answer, the real answer is Islam's teachings on women are more progressive than many realize, though implementation has varied historically and geographically. Thank you for engaging with this complex topic. If you have questions or perspectives to share, please comment below. Subscribe for more nuanced discussions about Islam and contemporary issues. Assalamu alaikum.